Hello and welcome everyone to Pandora's Tarot. These are the readings for the month of August. And as I always say, remember to check not only your sun sign but also your rising and your moon sign, especially the moon sign for women and for those who were born during the night. It can be really powerful, and all three aspects conform, the energies that could manifest in each and every one of us in our lives, right? So please remember to check the three videos. If you can't, do check at least your rising sign, okay? Because that would be one of the most important. And as I always say, if you would like to contact me for a private reading, you can do so at pandorastarot@gmail.com. You can find the address in the description box below this video, so you can just copy paste from there. And of course, thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting. I love the community that has formed around these videos. So thank you again, and let's move on to the readings. Welcome again, Taurus. Let's focus on your reading right away. We have in the challenge position the Four of Wands. This is a card that represents our home, the place that we can call home, that is our safe haven. The Four Wands represents the four pillars upon which we build our lives, and it also represents a wedding. Okay, we see the image of a wedding, a happy celebration. So it could be that some of you are getting married in this month of August. But regardless of, because that would be for just a small portion of you, but this is a month where you're going to focus on your home, okay, and on the relationships and the bonds that you build with those that you share this home. It comes up also that, not only as your focus, it also comes up as a challenge. So it is indeed something that you haven't been addressing, and that come the time of August, you will realize that it's time to face it, Taurus, and you need to make a decision about it. This is what the tarot is saying. We have in the center of the reading the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords represent having to make a decision, but being stuck, being at a crossroads. The Swords is the element of air. It represents thought and expression of that thought through words. And the water represents motion, and the moon represents our intuition. So it does feel like your head is telling you to do one thing, and your emotion, your heart is telling you to do another thing, or even your gut feeling is telling you to do something completely different. So I would say that even if it doesn't come up in this reading in particular, something that has come up in other readings a lot is that August is a month for us to connect with our inner intuition, okay, with our inner wisdom, our inner knowledge. So it is a time for stop giving so much energy to everyone around us, and to gather that energy and sort of regroup and reconnect with ourselves. So because your heart is disconnected from your head, you are being unable to make a decision. That's what's going on here, Taurus. This is what you are stuck, basically. But the tarot is saying in the middle of the month of August, you will have to address this situation. And not only because of the Two of Swords, because you have in the position of that of which has to be accepted, the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card that represents someone who is fighting on many fronts at the same time, taking care of different things all at once. And this is a stressful situation, okay? This is a card of someone who's trying to make a lot of people happy, and it does feel like everyone is pulling from him at the same time. So this is a card that talks about establishing healthy boundaries, okay? And this is indeed something related with your home, Taurus. This is not something you have been able to do, and the decision to make a clean cut and establish some good boundaries, something that will be good for you and for your health, and also for others, because you won't be enabling them. It's something that you have been pushing forward, I guess. I feel that's the word. I feel like something you have been trying to delay, and not trying to make up your mind and just say, maybe it's not so bad. I'm exaggerating, that sort of thing that we tell ourselves. And the tarot is saying, no, you're not. You need to address this right now. Okay? And you have help coming in. You have the Knight of Wands. This is someone who could belong to the fire signs, so Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. This is someone who you might see as an adolescent, or someone who is young. Could be a young brother or your son or daughter if it is an adolescent. And this is someone who has a lot of energy, okay, and a lot of passion. And look at the horses jumping forward, okay. So they have a lot of drive, and they have a lot of they're impetuous in a way. So they're going to kind of like, their energy is contagious to you, okay, and that's what in a way will push you. They will push you to seek justice, because next to them is the Justice card, and justice could be something that has to do with actual lawyers and courts and court dates and all of that, as it could be karmic justice, trying to, you know, one way or another, when justice shows up, is trying to get what is rightfully yours. And what is rightfully yours, Taurus, is that you get healthy boundaries. So it could be that this is even some kind of lawyer that you might at first think, oh man, he's really young, he or she is really young, or some kind of counselor, someone that you seek out for help to be able to set these boundaries, to be able to make up your mind and move forward and say, you know what, I'm not giving into this anymore. This needs to change because it's hurting me. And I feel you're going to do so. You know, justice is on your side. It comes up as help. It comes up in the upright position. So that's always a good thing. And as the final card, you have the Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse, Taurus, means that you are cutting ties with your past and moving forward. You're not looking back. You're not going to look at the past and say, oh, well, maybe it wasn't so bad, and maybe I overreacted, or no. I think you're going to make up your mind regarding this situation in your home and take action. And once you take action, you're just going to move forward, okay? Because this person that comes up as help and pushes you to seek this justice. And justice, I mean, could be that you sit down with your spouse and your children and say, listen, I can't do, I don't know, this and this around the house all by myself. I need help, and I can't just be for everyone and no one is there for me helping me. That's a way of justice. It doesn't really need to require a lawyer or a judge. You know, it could be that even one of your own children, if it is that situation, one of your own children makes you see that. You know, it's kind of like it's a type of wisdom coming from someone younger, and you realize, you know what, that he's right or she is right. I've been putting up with this for way too long, and it needs to change. So it's a month of changes within your household, and it's a month where you're going to leave behind things from the past that no longer serve you. You know, you're going to leave practices behind that were really harmful. And once you do that, it's almost like you're I think you're going to focus on a new present, because with the Six of Cups in reverse, meaning that you won't keep looking back at your past, you know, and saying, oh, I did that, or I did this, or I used to do that. You're going to be focusing on this present, you know, this present that you actually created and you put a lot of work in, trying to achieve what it was fair for everyone. Okay, so in the end, it's actually a good month where you're going to find the balance, the balance that we see in justice. Okay, it is the lesson here for this month because it is the major arcana, and major arcana are the lessons that we have to learn throughout life to evolve as human beings. Okay, so overall, a really good month, Taurus. You just have to make up your mind. Once you take that step, it's almost done. So I hope this is helpful. Thank you for spending your time with me. I'll see you next month.